Okay, so first off, welcome back. Welcome to the channel. If it's your first time, hand status is pretty good. Got a small cut from one of the cat fangs I was making, but obviously that's to be expected when dealing with the vile beasts. And what I'm going to try to do today is make a, gonna be making a new fur color here. Just rinse my hands off. I'm just going to go ahead and use this. I don't know that this is the right way to do it, but I'm going to use this because I know it. And clean it. Okay, so I just basically flattened a sheet of white. We got a small sheet of black and chopped them up with this little chopper. And I'm going to go ahead and kind of just roll them together. We'll see if it works. This is how I see it done on the internet. And what we're doing is trying to make one sheet here of the combined colors. Okay, so we got little spots here. And I think I can take it further than this if I want. I'm hoping this will push all the way through to the other side. And if you're thinking I should start making cows, go ahead and comment cow, make cow in the comments, and we will possibly make a cow. I did know a couple cows in real life, and they're pretty good animals. It was really sad how smart they are, and that they're just kind of processed. So you don't want to overwork this. That's very important in a job like this. You absolutely do not want to overwork it, because then you will end up with color smearing, which you do not want. So I'm very carefully trying to remove this from the table. And it is quite a job because it is on there really well. I really decided to stick to the table here. This is like when you make a biscuit and you forget to spray down the pan. Okay. I think we're getting somewhere here. Not a fan of that method, but that's what it is. Okay, so what we're gonna make today is a fat little cat today. The cats are moving from the shop like hotcakes, and you know, the rats unfortunately are not selling, but for some reason the cats are getting a lot of love, which I don't like that. But and you hear my brother choking in the background. He, like I said, he was a victim of cat scratch fever. Early in life, he was attacked by multiple cats. One, as you'll remember, by the Delaware River, the New Jersey side of the Delaware River, and once in Jersey City, New Jersey. And this was back in the 90s. Both of these attacks, actually I want to say one attack, the Delaware River attack, was early 2000s for sure. Anyway, enough of that. We will go ahead and find the face of the cat. And we'll go ahead and select this as the face. And for this, I think I'm going to be very careful. And I'm going to chop my texture up, because I think I can actually get a decent amount of a rat out of that. So we will pop that up. And I am going to be working around these patches. I do not want to affect these patches if I can help it, because these patches are kind of the main feature of this particular cat. So as you know, we have to give the cat a little bit of a double chin in order to get that face shape that we're looking for. Again, trying very carefully to not affect that pattern if we can help it. I understand that it is a cat, but we still want to let it have its pattern here. Do not want to destroy. Okay. And I believe this is forming up here the way we want it. I do need to come this way. And just press very carefully. As a matter of fact, where is my tool? I think I may have already went overboard here. Create the classic cat kind of scowl here. And we will place the scowly lip of the cat. All cats do have the same exact scowl, so you can guarantee that. You can almost be certain that once you make the scowl one time, you will be pretty good at making the scowl. I did have an issue recently with a customer because they ordered a custom cat. They wanted it to be to resemble their own personal cat that they have at home. And I did warn them that, you know, we only make one type of cat here. And they said they understood, they got the memo, and then they messaged me after receiving their parcel to notify me that the cat appeared, they did not want a deceased cat. and I was a little bit stunned because they did say they understood that we only made one sort of cat here. So essentially this person requested a refund because I put little X's over their cat's eyes, and unfortunately, you know, I get that you love your cats at home, but you do have to know that most people on Earth would much prefer a deceased cat when they place their order. And in all actuality, I just make the cats that I want to see, and you know, I don't have any interest in befriending a cat, so I don't know how anyone could be shocked if they have ever viewed my channel when they order their cat and they receive something that they didn't expect to be deceased somehow. And so maybe that's just me, but I thought I was very clear about my stance on my cat creation policy, my pet creation policy. If you have a dog, we'll give you a happy dog. If you have essentially any other animal than a cat, I can gladly craft that animal for you. But I obviously have an obligation to the rats. I cannot bring myself to craft a living cat after everything that cats have put my rats through. So this one is going to be, I think we'll take that down. I don't think we need that. It is kind of just like a little bit of a marking, I guess, at this point, and that's a little marbling. That's okay. We can leave that, but don't think we need the cheeks on this one. Doesn't look like. So maybe we'll just have that marbling there. I'll fade that up to the front. And this is a little bit messy, but that's okay. We'll take that. Fade the size. As I always say, it is a cat, but yes, we do want it to be neat. We do not want it to be a train wreck when the customer receives it. Even though I would much prefer to be making rats, or honestly at this point even just to be making more whiskers for the bag, or I'm behind on whiskers, I'm behind on quite a few things here, but a couple people mentioned that they did want to see more of the cats, so here we are. And for this kind of thing, you can make any kind of ear that you want, so you can place, see, you kind of get that like that, so it kind of matches, blends in a little bit, and we can just blend that down, and blend that in. Don't want to blend this side too much, but I do want to make sure it is attached. As I always say, it needs to be attached. And this is like a little, I guess, calico cat, I don't know. Someone would have to fill me in on that. It's really not my forte. So what I'm doing here, I'm just calmly, casually working the ear in, just pretending I'm making a rat. Obviously, we're not doing that. We have slightly different, well, very different features, but you have very different features. So I'm just kind of making sure that it looks even. Like I say, I'm not a fan of these creatures, but I do still want to make sure my work is the quality craftsmanship you hopefully have come to expect from me at this point. So I think that the ears are very off here. I think this one has to be up a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Maybe like that, something like that. We got the mouth formed right here. And like I said, I have created a few fangs. So let's go into my bag of fangs and just grab 2 of those. Go ahead and make this nice and easy. I'm going to quickly form a little bit of a nose structure here without overdoing it, and just want to pinch up the nose and place the nose, and can very lightly there has to be a way to work this together without making it look like it's physically dirty, although many people in the comments I already know are going to say, well, cats are filthy creatures. How could you make a cat appear not dirty? You'd be doing a disservice to realism. Well, although I agree in many aspects, I will say that I do not want it to appear to be sloppy, because it's not a real cat again. Just like my creations are not possessed, they're not real. So I have the almost poetic license, I would say, to create a fairly clean cat. And you see this cat has a little bit. Okay, we're going to calmly and carefully place these teeth. We got one. Oh, careful there, brother. Careful there, buddy. Okay. We got the fangs in place. I will go ahead and create the eye slots. We're going to do 1 and 2. I will rinse my hands down with a little bit of rubbing alcohol, because I do not want to dirty the eyes. And we did some clean clay. do you hear my dog? One of my dogs. I assure you that is a dog outside, if you can hear that. He's a very rat-like dog, too. I will get him in a video if anyone is interested in seeing my dog. He is very rat-like. And that's why I chose him. I went to the place and I said, do you have any rat-like types? And trust me, they gave me one that you couldn't look more like a rat if you're a dog than my current dog looks. The guy is basically a rat. Okay. So there you go. This is your first calico cat. As you know, when I come back, some people will be the part where some people will get upset with me. But you have to do what you have to do. It is a shop policy enforced by me that I cannot make I would love to make you a living cat, folks, again, but you've come to the wrong place. It's not in my policy. And we'll give it 2 whisker rolls on each side. There you go. We will come back when we are out of the oven with this cat. Okay, this cat is out of the oven, and we're here to do the details on it. So we're just gonna I do kind of the same details. It does maintain a little bit of continuity overall in my work, and also it is kind of a good theme for a cat, kind of a possessed looking creature. And obviously for the rats, I don't do depictions of deceased rats, but I do not do depictions of living cats, as I've mentioned. So this cat will be deceased. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. And I will go ahead and give this cat, I kind of like the nose the way it is, but I am tempted to give this cat, I think I will. What I'll do is kind of do the ears first. Very shaky, I gotta. Don't want to overdo it. Definitely don't want to overdo it. If it at all feels like you're getting ready to overdo it, just stop and don't do it. It's a very difficult angle because there's no real place for me to hold on to this cat. And I don't think I'm gonna do anything with the nose because I don't want to affect the way it currently is. I think it looks really good right now. I'm gonna go ahead and do it, just a very light dot. Okay, that's not the end of the world. I'm going to let this dry and I'll come back. Actually, no, I almost forgot. As you know, longtime viewers will know, we have to do little dabs of blood on the cat whiskers, just on the cat fangs, just to keep them true to form. I don't want anybody thinking that these are in any way safe to be around or docile creatures. So we will put a little blood on the fangs. It's a friendly reminder. And I will be back when this bad boy is dry and ready for whiskers. Okay, we are back, and this cat is dry. So I'm going to start getting some whiskers in there. These ones should go pretty smoothly, seeing as how I did use the larger whisker hole punch. So I'm hoping we get some pretty easy ones here. Could not go much smoother than that. I don't know if we're going to keep that extreme length like that. I'm not opposed to it, but also not thinking it doesn't look like it's right for this specific cat. There we go, there's always one. Always one that wants to fight you. Just kind of hold that for a few seconds here. Let that get a little bit of a, let that settle a little bit, get a grip. And there you go, no problem. I am right-handed, so this side always gives me a little bit more trouble than the other one. That one I'm not entirely convinced is in place, so I'll go back and double check that one once it has a second to dry. I'm going to give them a slight little bit more whisker glue. That one was a perfect placement, but it did not catch the way I wanted it to. And this is a struggle because the second this gets on your hand, you're pretty much done for. You're pretty much done for the day. I don't like how globby that is. We have to get into that whisker as clean as possible. Kind of trying to have like surgical precision almost. I think this one might be a little bit undercut here. So what I'll do is just trim those up. Get rid of these whisker fragments because you do not want these fragments mixed in with your good whiskers. I'll sort those later, but for now this is your cat. There you go, side profile. The other side, the front, and I will put a couple images here at the end for you to look through and check this cat out. Now check out my page if you're interested, link in the description. Cats are very easy for me to sell. I have no emotional attachment to this piece, so go ahead and check if you're interested. Thank you for watching.